think, yep, we're already recording, so I'm just gonna jump right in, I guess.
Okay, that
So
sounds wonderful.
awesome. Can you just give us a little quick overview of like how these books are picked or how they come to be in your brains?
So, the Amazon Books editorial team is this small but mighty group of passionate book lovers. We have a lot of experience in the publishing industry from authors to like just working in different roles, but these books are completely independently curated, not sponsored, they're not by algorithms, they're human driven. And each month we pick our best books of the month with an eye of making sure that there's something wonderful for everyone to read, whether it's romance, history, mystery, nonfiction, fiction, and everything in between. At the end of the year, we come together to look at our best books of the year, kind of reviewing our best of the month picks, and then also if there's anything we may have missed. And then we literally put ourselves in a room and fight over our top 20 best books of the year.
I love that. And from those lists, like I know you do a mid-year list as well. Do you know were there any holdovers from that list into that made it to the end of the year and they still held up?
Yeah, there's a couple of books that were on the Amazon editor's best books of the year so far list that then made it to our best books of the year, such as Hello Beautiful, which is just such a wonderful story about families and a sister relationship and kind of the families that we're born into and the families that we build as we go on with our lives. So it's a kind of book that I could hand it to anyone and they really enjoy it.
And then for the end of the year list, I know that the Heaven and Earth grocery store was number one. Can you tell us a little bit how that became number one?
So, The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store by James McBride was our unanimous number one pick. You can tell that James McBride is a jazz musician by this incredible way that he spins all of these characters' stories into this compelling narrative. You'll root for the underdogs. One of the characters, of a woman in the story, Chona, is probably like my favorite woman in fiction that I've ever read, which is saying a lot because we read a lot of books as a team. But she will inspire you to be a better person. We really think that the Heaven and Earth grocery store is the great American novel reimagined for 2023. And that is why it's on the top of our best books of the year list.
What do you think are some features that like would make a book the number one book?
So for a book to be number one on the Amazon editor's best book of the year list, we want it to be just super compelling from beginning to end. We want you to open the first page and just feel emotion. Whether you love it and you want to text everyone you know, or you want to give it to your mom, your friend, your partner, whoever. It's just you want to talk about it. We also want it to be impactful and interesting and stick with you after you've read the very last page.
Awesome. And then did you have a personal favorite on this list? And if it's number one, then maybe a personal favorite that's not number one. What did you think?
So, my personal favorite on the best books of the year list was The Art Thief by Michael Finkel, which is our number three book. It's narrative nonfiction. It's 250 pages. I read it in a single afternoon, texted every single person I knew after. So fun. It's about a idealistic maniac on a mission to free art from museums. And which with each crime, it gets more outrageous, right? He's chucking tapestries out the window. He's sticking things down his pants to sneak out of museums. It's such a romp. It's so fun to read. Also, a little bit horrifying when you learn what happened to $2 billion worth of art. But it is 100% the kind of book that you can say, here, this is great, read it to any kind of reader that you know. It's a wonderful holiday gift.
In that same vein, if somebody's trying to get into reading, isn't really sure where to start, maybe they aren't a reader, do you recommend any of the books on this list in particular?
Well, that's a great question. So, if you are looking for a book, maybe it's been a little bit since you've been just transported away. I would recommend going to the AmazonBookReview.com, checking out our top 20 list of the best books of the year. You'll find everything from The Wager, which is incredibly compelling historical nonfiction. You are on a boat, there's sea spray, you feel it. It's completely engrossing. To Heaven and Earth Grocery Store, our number one pick, which is such a beautiful story of so many characters. To The Berry Pickers, our number two, it's a debut by author Amanda Peters, a much needed Indigenous voice and representation in fiction, a quiet and beautiful story that will stick with you long after you finish the last page. There's so many books that will appeal to every kind of reader.
Awesome. And can you just tell us a little bit about like how this list got started? Like when did you guys start doing this or like why?
So, our goal as the humans behind the Amazon Books editorial team is to help customers and readers of all stripes find something to read that's out there in the world, right? Like, there's something so amazing about losing yourself in the narrative of a story, whether you like romance or romantasy, which is my favorite new genre, such as The Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, which is number 4 on our list, um, to the most serious fiction or history book. There's so many incredible books out there, but it can be hard to find and to know what to read. So we want to cut through the noise. We are like your best friend that reads the best books and then just gives you the top ones each month. So if you are short on time, you know exactly where to go on Amazon and which books to buy.
Awesome. And okay, let me set the scene really quick. It's a cold, snowy December day. You're looking out the window. You have your mug of hot cocoa. Which of these books on this list would you reach for in that situation?
Ooh, that is a very good question. So you're freezing cold, you want to be swept away, completely engrossed in a story.
Worded.
I'm gonna say, why not try Rebecca Yarros's Fourth Wing? The Amazon Books editors have been joking that if you grew up reading Harry Potter or The Hunger Games, as an adult, you kind of graduate to the Fourth Wing. But please, emphasis on this being an adult book. There's a lot of romance, a lot of fantasy. There's dragons. There's a deadly competition. You won't want the story to end. And luckily, it doesn't because the second book of the series, Iron Flame, just came out, so you can really fill up your whole winter.
Nice. Awesome. And I think that was all I had, unless there's anything that you wanted to add.
No, just if you are looking for an incredible book, please go to amazonbookreview.com and check out the top 20 best of the year so far, check out the top 20 best of the year books.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lindsay. It was so great to talk to you and hear a little bit more
Thank you
about
so much.
this. Yeah,
Kaylee, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
of course. You have a good one.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.